Hey, this is Erica, and I am doing Aries 2018 for October. I don't know why I said it like that way. Anyways, this is for your sun, moon, and rising, but you can also look at your other signs. You can go to a natal chart, Google natal chart. I usually do AstroSeek. That's just my personal preference. But you can see what other signs you have, and each one represents like a different characteristic of yourself or a different area of your life. Alrighty, let's see what y'all have going on for October 2018. Alright, Aries. Well, the cards definitely want to talk. Yep. Alright, so this month, overall energy, it seems like you're going to start getting back into your personal power. Maybe your third chakra. Third chakra has to do with your personal power. It could have been out of balance before. Maybe a situation, possible relationship or job, made you feel like you were not in your power, in your element, like you usually are. Because y'all are some strong motherfuckers. Y'all know who y'all are for the most part. So definitely something probably shook you up, but you're getting back to your own power, to your own self. Definitely seems like blessings are coming, but there's going to be some more work still to do before you start really seeing it come in. Definitely be aware this month of the people that you surround yourself with, because that can also block our blessings and block opportunities, because everything is energy. So the people that we spend most of our time with, whoever has the stronger energy, usually the other person starts to either lower their vibration to it or rise. So that's one thing you have to really be careful of, is other people's vibrations, other people's energy of who you're around. And like a lot of successful people, like Jack Canfield talks about it, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So really take, a look at the people you are closest to, and if it's actually beneficial for you or if it actually might be hindering to you. Also, this is a month where you're going to be needing to tap into your intuition. There's going to be situations where it might look good, it might sound good, it might, on paper, seem like a great thing. But, looks can be deceiving. So this month, really start listening to your gut instinct. If you meditate, take some time to meditate more, and so you can get in tune with yourself more and see what is spirit trying to tell you about your situation and the people that are surrounding you. Alright, so let's get into a more detailed look at what's going on for you in October 2018. Alright. One more shuffle. Alright, so 7 of Wands reversed came out. Sometimes I take jumpers, sometimes I don't. Just kind of go on, my intuition, if I feel like it's right or not. But the way I look at it too, if I don't take a jumper, if it's really supposed to be in the reading, it's going to come out anyways. So don't fret your little head about that if I don't take it. Alright. So, 7 of Wands reversed. There could have been a lot of conflict that you've been dealing with in September or the past couple of months, because it's been a crazy-ass couple of months. I mean, we've had so many retrogrades. Venus is about to go into retrograde. Awesome. So, it's been crazy. But the good thing about retrogrades, it really makes us take a little different focus and perspective at our life and kind of purge the things that are no longer working for us, whether it be people, situations, or even our own behaviors and thought patterns and how we relate to the world. Alright. So the current obstacle that you're facing So as I said, you are coming out of a place that there was a lot of conflict, a lot of, you just felt so out of your element and knocked you off your balance. The challenge is, how are you going to recover from that? Mentally, how are you going to get to the next level? How are you going to get to your place of joy again? You know, everything that's gone on, it's making you feel kind of like scatterbrained, and you're not sure how to, you know, go into the next level. But the good thing is that, again, you're coming out of it. You're coming out of it slowly but surely. It's going to take some patience on your part. And I know with Aries, patience is a hard thing. I have Aries in my chart, and when I want something, I want it now. If I want to recover from something, I want it now. But that's not always the way that things are best handled. So in your past, it seems like you might have had, you know, a breakup or some kind of separation, something where it's made you start being on your own again, cultivating your own independence, cultivating your own sense of self again. It could have been with or Scorpio, or an earth sign, really any sign. I hate picking or choosing certain ones, because the thing is, you also got to realize somebody might be, their sun sign might be Sagittarius, all right? But their rising sign is a Pisces. And so they might have characteristics of a sun sign of the Sagittarius, but their overall energy might be of the water, more of the Pisces. And I've had to learn to really look at somebody's chart, because, I mean, we're all very fluid. And so some days you might be more of your sun sign. Some days you might be more of your moon sign. Some days you might be, or overall you might be more of your rising sign. So anyways, yeah, just keep that in mind. So you are coming from a place where, you know, you've had to be single, but you're learning to get into your own element, or forced to be, you know, to learn your independence, to learn to how to take care of shit on your own. So maybe you wanted a new beginning with this person, but some things came out. You know, maybe that you realize that this is really not good for you, that even though you had passion for this person, it really wasn't good for you overall. They could have been emotional in the wrong ways. And you really hoped that it was going to go in a direction of, I mean, a happily ever after. I mean, who doesn't want it? That. But it didn't come out the way that you wanted to. It didn't happen. There wasn't enough movement the way that you wanted it to happen. It wasn't fast enough, or maybe you wanted them to change certain things about them that wasn't really good for y'all. And they might have changed one thing here, but never really focusing on the real important root issues that needed to be worked on. But as you move on in October, you're going to start really thinking about what you want in life. What do you want in a partner? And you're going to start working on manifesting those things. You could be doing like vision boards, or you could be working on yourself in order to manifest those things that you want. Let me see. All right. And the thing is, you're going to stop taking bullshit from people. You're going to be more in your element of, like, in your headspace. You're not going to feel as scattered-brained anymore. You're going to start taking your logical approach back. And, like I said, things and people that don't serve you and that you don't need, you're going to be able to cut them out. And maybe an air sign that you were dealing with, that they were not mentally stable, that you're going to be able to see through their crap and be able to cut them out and get that conflict out of your life, because nobody has time for that. We already have way too many things that we're focusing on in our life and trying to become better people. The last thing you need in your life is somebody that gets you confused. Sorry, some cards dropped. Get you confused and get you out of that element. You're going to be coming back into, your old self, or the side of you that you actually really like. You're going to have clarity about the situation that happened and situations that are going to come up later in this month. You're going to be able to stand in your element again as your fire sign, as you know that when you detect bullshit, you're going to be like, nah, I'm good. Nah, you can move along with that. The key to all of this is you got to have faith. You got to have faith in yourself, and you got to have faith in the universe that everything is going to work out according to the greater good. You know, sometimes things have to fall apart in order for better things to come. But we hold on to things thinking that this is our happily ever after, or if this is the job that's meant for us, or, this is the life that I like and I'm accustomed to. So the universe will send shit to fall apart so it can show you, like, that's not all that life is about. Like, I can bring you better stuff. Don't get too comfortable in where you are in life and hold on to things that are not meant for you, because in the end, it's not really fulfilling you the way that you want it to. So give the universe the opportunity to show you what else can be out there. What else can be out there. And you're really hoping for a new beginning. You're really hoping you want things to change. You want things to be different. Whatever has been going on, you're tired of it. You're tired of it. You're tired of it. And you just want a new beginning. You want to get back into your abundance. You want to get back into your power, your confidence. And so with that, the universe has sent you situations, like I said, a breakup, to shake that foundation, to shake those things out of your life that you couldn't let go yourself. And with the outcome being the Tower reverse, that always shows me coming back to your higher self. Instead of the destruction going down, reverse, it's going back up. It's going back to your higher self. It's going back to things that are going to work out for your greater good. And you don't have to worry. Like I said, you need to have faith. Have faith that the universe knows what it's doing and when to do it. And you have to have patience. You have to have patience, because new opportunities are coming. New opportunities are coming. Options are coming. But it's not going to be so in your face. You kind of have to put yourself out there. You have to put yourself out there for the things that you want in life. So don't be so afraid to take that next step, because the next step can be what you've been wanting this whole time. So let's see what the romance angels have for you this month. I will do one card for singles, and I'll do one card for couples. Alright, thank you, romance angels, for what you have for Aries in October 2018. So for my single Aries, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Amen. Let the church say amen. Because the thing is, when you don't really love yourself first, you end up attracting people that take advantage of you. When you don't have that self-respect, you can't place those boundaries in relationships that are healthy, because all you're wanting is validation from somebody else. And that kind of desperateness or neediness, like narcissists and toxic people subconsciously pick that energy up, and they know that basically you can be their victim. They obviously might not do it consciously, but they mirror what you think about yourself. So if you don't love yourself first, how the hell are you going to love anybody else? And how are you going to really have a person that's going to see your worth? Okay, well, I'll put this actually with still singles. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So like I was saying earlier, make a clear-cut vision of what kind of relationship do you want? What do you want? What are you willing to compromise on? And what is non-negotiable? So say you want loyalty, you want honesty, you want playfulness, adventure, blah, 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 blah. Things that you can compromise on, say, are kids, if they have kids or if they want kids, height, weight, blah, 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 blah. Things that are kind of important, but you have leeway. And non-negotiables, alcoholics, addicts, people that live too far away. Make a very clear-cut vision of what you want, but don't be like ridiculous. Like this person has to be 6'3", blue eyes, blonde hair, drives a Lexus. Then you might be waiting for a very long time. Don't be ridiculous about it. But really see what is important to you and what you need, and look at your past relationships as a good contrast for what you could have settled with. Or what are things that you can't handle? It's not for you. You can't handle it. Alright, so let's see what romance angels have for coupled Aries. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So maybe, your relationship has kind of hit one of those dry spells, or the passion's not really there anymore. Or maybe things have just gotten really serious. Situations have gone on that it has put a real damper on the relationship. And one way to get out of that funk is to start letting your inner kid come out again. Like, start flirting again. Poke their butt when they're bending over, like to grab something. Like, give them a wet willy. I don't know. Whatever fun that y'all used to have, or, maybe that y'all never really had. Start living in the moment. Start bringing that back. Start, having that inner child come out to play. And that will rub off on them too. You create that space of what you want. If you want a very serious, morose relationship, then keep staying in that space. But if you want the fun to come back, start it. Don't always wait on the other person to make what you want. Nobody, well, I wouldn't say nobody's a mind reader, but it's easier to get somebody to see where they're lacking when you start standing in that space for them. If you feel like they're not giving you enough love, it's harder to kind of tell them that, rather than, why don't you just start giving them more love? Why don't you start doting on them more? Start doing more stuff for them, because in return, they'll see that and they'll pick up on that energy, and it's way more easier to reciprocate in that sort of fashion. It's just like if you're at a job and, shit's going to hell with workloads. It is so much better for your manager, instead of to tell you, hey, you need to work harder, like you need to get on your shit more. Wouldn't you rather your manager, instead of saying that, like actually starting to pick up more of the load and starting to work harder and leading by example? That puts a little fire under your ass as an employee, because you're like, well, you know what? Hell, they're like really busting ass now. And instead of just telling me what to do and sitting back, like they're making it a team effort. That's, a way better way to handle things. And let's see, I'm going to pull an Archangel card out to end this reading. Divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. Alright, so that's very important to remember too, or to keep in mind when you're trying to manifest new things, when you're on a new course, when things are wrapping up, because it's how it's supposed to be. Don't see relationships or being fired from a job that you failed and, you can't believe that this is happening, like, I've been working so hard, bleh. It's supposed to happen. Because the universe has a way of, when you're not listening to their message of you needing to change something, either in a relationship or a job, then it will go ahead and step in and take action for you, because maybe you've been doing it for way too long. But everything is the way it's supposed to be right now. Everything is the way that it needs to be right now. Things are taking place behind the scene to set you up for something better. So don't feel bad. Don't feel sorry. And I know it's so hard, because when you go through any kind of loss, I mean, there's always going to be a grieving process. You're always going to look back at the things that you're going to miss from it, or that you already missed from it. And that is normal human behavior. Nobody goes through a breakup or a job loss like, yay, fuck that shit. Ooh, on to better things. Don't give a fuck. Nah. I mean, if you do, hit me up, because I would love to know your secret. But, you know, there's a process to everything. So grieve as much as you need to. Cry when you need to. Don't repress those feelings of rejection and abandonment just because you think you have to be strong all the time. That is an illusion. The best way to go through a grieving process of some kind of loss is to let those emotions out, is to vent. If you need to write it down, like writing has helped me a lot to kind of release those emotions of going through a painful breakup. And after I write down those things, I burn them. I get a candle. Obviously, you want to do this safe. You don't want to burn down your place. But I get a candle and I burn it and put it in my fireproof container. And as the paper is burning, I set the intentions that I'm letting those feelings go and I'm letting that person go. And do that as often as you need to. You know, and really focus on forgiving the situation, forgiving the person, and letting it go. Because as you let it go, that means new opportunities can come in. You have to let stuff go in order to bring something else in. Remember that. I definitely feel like there's an overall closing. There's a big chapter that is closing in your life right now, but it's closing for the reason of bringing you new things in. So that is your reading for Aries, October 2018. Hopefully it resonated with you, and if it didn't, definitely check out your other signs and check out other readers, because I mean, it's all about energy. So I could be tapping into different Aries, you know, not every tarot readings or psychic, whatever you want to call it, they're not going to all be spot on for the whole collective, because that is damn near impossible, since not every person of every sign is going to be going through the same thing. So find who you resonate with, find who, you know, whose energy is they're tapping into. That makes sense. And go with that. But definitely check your other signs as well. Love and light.